The Apple AirPods Max costs more than twice the price of the Sony XM4, but does that mean it is twice as much better? Not really, and here is why. The AirPods Max fits tighter than the Sony XM4 and is almost 0.25 pounds heavier as well. This makes the Sony an ideal choice if you're planning to wear the headphones for a long period of time, as they will wear you down less in terms of fatigue. The AirPods Max also has a bigger footprint when folded, so carrying around this is a little bit difficult. Also, the case is good for fast access, but it's not that great for protection as there are too many openings. But in terms of build quality, the AirPods Max feels much more robust and premium than the all-plastic build of the Sony XM4, which I'm not a big fan of. However, the thing that sways my decision to go with the Sony XM4 in this round is their stability. When you go for a run or a walk, because of the heavy weight of the AirPods Max, they tend to get out of place sometime. But the Sony XM4 stays on the head like glue, so you can take them out for a run or other exercises without worrying about adjusting them every now and then. The AirPods Max have a total battery life of 21.6 hours, whereas the Sony lasts almost as about 37.7 hours. Then to recharge them from 0 to 100, Apple takes around 1.5 hours and Sony takes about 2.3 hours. But that is understandable because of Sony's bigger battery size. Also, Apple charges via Lightning and Sony charges via the more popular USB-C. But the thing that makes the Sony better than Apple in this category is the support for passive playback. You can plug in the 3.5mm jack that it comes with, and then you can enjoy analog audio even when the battery is completely down. Apple's response to this use case is that it supports audio while charging, but I can't really see myself wearing the AirPods Max while charging them when I am on the move because it just seems a little too ridiculous to me. Apple has a bit of an edge here over Sony. The AirPods Max, when paired with the iPhone, unlocks its full potential. First, let's talk about the latency. My Apple devices and the AirPods Max sync so well that it is as good as supporting aptX codec. It is just phenomenal. On the other hand, the Sony's latency is not bad, but it is average at best. Even when you test the AirPods Max on the Android world, you will see that its latency is lower than compared to whatever we get on the Sony XM4s. Then let's talk about soundstage. The AirPods Max here also seems marginally better with a more open and spacious feel than the Sony XM4, and then if you combine that with the spatial audio on the AirPods Max, you get the feeling that you're listening from some high-end floor speakers. Currently, not a lot of apps support this, but imagine playing games with spatial audio. That would have been epic. But right now, if you want the full immersive experience, the Apple TV is one of the safest bet where you can enjoy this. And when it comes to sound accuracy, the results are a little bit mixed here. The Sony XM4s are very bass forward. They will pump out some serious bass on even the most mildest of soundtracks. But that may or may not be a good thing depending on your taste. The bass is a little blunt on the XM4 compared to what you get on the AirPods Max, which are more precise. The Sony XM4 also loses out by some fraction on mids and voices because they lack some edge here as well. But it does better in terms of treble. They are more sharp and more accurate than the AirPods Max, and the difference here is also very marginal. But Sony has an app that has presets and graphic equalizer so that you can fine-tune the sound coming off the headphones as per your liking. However, Apple's adaptive equalizer changes in different scenarios automatically to pump out good sound, and overall it does perform better than the Sony in my opinion. But for a person who listens to EDMs or hip-hop, and for casual gaming and for watching movies on Netflix and stuff, the Sony is just as good as the Apple. You will only feel the difference when you are listening to music with multiple layers like jazz or classical for example, or play some games on your iPad or Mac. In those cases, Apple AirPods Max is a clear winner. So here's the thing, Sony cancels out more noise than the AirPods Max, and that is a fact. When you turn everything off and just have the headphones on with the noise cancellation, you will immediately notice that the Sony does a better job than the Apple. But that comes with a price. It is so aggressive that the low hiss or pressure that you feel when NC is on is far more greater on the XM4s than the AirPods Max. So if you're someone who cannot handle that pressure, then the AirPods Max will be a better choice, as it will give you the best of both the worlds, which is listening to music while in comfort while the NC is on. Okay, going to check the audio leakage of the Sony XM4. The camera is just a feet away from me, and I'm going to crank up the volume and play music. Okay, going to play the same song on the AirPods Max. The camera is just a feet away from me, and let me see what you can hear. Full volume. Okay, as you just heard yourself, both these headphones leaks audio when you are wearing them. So if you worry about people hearing everything you are listening to on your headphones because of audio leakage, then neither one of these headphones will be any good. In my tests, both performed very similarly, but if I had to pick a winner here, then I would go for the AirPods Max. I think that it leaks less sound than the Sony. But then again, talking about fine lines here, people, the difference is not night and day. Testing the microphone of the AirPods Max. Mic check, 1 2 3, 1 2 3, 1 2 3. Mic check, 1 2 3, 1 2 3, 1 2 3. Testing the microphone of the Sony XM4. Mic check, 1 2 3, 1 2 3. Mic check, 1 2 3, 1 2 3, 1 2 3. Testing the microphone of the AirPods Max. Mic check, 1 2 3, 1 2 3, 1 2 3. So if you were to take a voice call on a place like this, then this is exactly what you would hear. I've got some background noise. Mainly there's a lot of wind and there's some cars passing by. So I guess it sounds pretty okay. As you just heard, in quiet environment, the Apple AirPods Max does sound better than the Sony XM4 as voices sound more natural and sharper. But when you take them outdoors, the Sony does a better job at separating the external background noise from the voice. Since these can focus more on the voice and less on the noise, that makes Sony XM4 a better choice when you are taking calls while commuting or in a busy place. Apple only has iOS app that lets you do a couple of things like toggling between noise cancellation and transparency mode or turning on spatial audio. You can also locate your lost AirPods Max by using another app which is called Find My. However, there is no definitive way of pushing firmware updates on the AirPods Max, which can be frustrating at times. Sony on the other hand has a much more richer experience on their app. It has a graphic equalizer, firmware updates can be pushed very easily, and of course it supports Android and iOS the same way. Things like in-app playback control can be useful as well, as you don't have to leave the app to change tracks, plus you can do button mapping to customize how you want to control the headphones and bunch of other cool stuff. The AirPods Max supports Bluetooth 5.0 and also has the H1 chip inside. It does not have multi-device pairing, but it will let you connect two H1 chip headphones with one Apple device if you want to share movie or music with a friend. The Apple AirPods Max also has a line of sight range of 328 feet, which is pretty good, but it has no compatibility with PC and Xbox One. Whereas the Sony only supports Bluetooth 5.0 and has a line of sight range of 300 feet. It makes up by having support for multi-device. This means you can jump to a call on your phone while the headphones are paired to a laptop as calls are prioritized. It also allows NFC connectivity and has audio-only compatibility with Xbox One and PC. So with all things considered, I don't think that the Apple AirPods Max is a refined product yet. History will tell you that it is always better to sit up the first generation of Apple devices, because in the second generation is when they always do fine-tune things like thinner, smaller and lighter designs, or add things like that they are commonly seen on other devices like an improved battery life or dual device pairing. For now, if I were you, I would have bought the Sony XM4, even though it does not win in all the rounds, because it costs half the money and is one of the best value headphones on the market right now. Even if you have a bigger budget, I would recommend that you use the rest of the money to get either the AirPods Pro or the new Bose Quiet Comfort earbuds. In that way, you will get an in-ear headphone and an over-ear headphone within the same price range as the AirPods Max. In that way, whatever the occasion may be, you will always be covered in terms of in-ear audio. But guys, let me know what your thoughts are on this matter on the comment section down below, and do not forget to like, share and subscribe if you enjoyed watching this video. This is Nafi signing off till next week. Peace!